You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about former All-World wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers and the Baltimore Ravens, Steve Smith. Now, in case you guys don't remember, Steve Smith absolutely obliterated then Denver Bronco wide receiver Jerry Jeudy, and now Jerry Jeudy is a Cleveland Brown. Now, that entire situation went really viral. It was on NFL Network. It was during Thursday Night Football, and he referred to Jerry Jeudy as a Jag. That stands for just another guy in the NFL. Now, I talked about Jerry Jeudy quite a bit because there was a lot of rumors of him maybe getting traded to the Patriots around the deadline. And I said, okay, that's great. He's definitely more than you got in the room right now, but he's not a number one wide receiver. And I contended that he was only a, in quotes, pretty good number two wide receiver. And there was statistics to back that up, catch percentage, etc. Courtland Sutton, much more viable option for the Denver Broncos. Nonetheless, I said he's a great number three or a pretty good number two. He certainly wasn't a number one, and I think he had failed to live up to his draft projections, and that's what Steve Smith pointed out. I was like, okay, what's the problem? I mean, he's not wrong. Well, anyway, Jerry Jeudy is now with the Cleveland Browns with Deshaun Watson and Jameis Winston. Luckily, this gives me an opportunity to circle back around to the fact that I didn't make a video on Joe Flacco going to the Colts. All right, we found out that the Browns insulted Joe Flacco, lowballed him with a ridiculous offer. They get Jameis Winston, and look, I don't hate that signing, to be honest. I like Jameis Winston. I always have kind of liked Jameis Winston, to be honest with you, because he's just fun to watch. He's a guy that'll throw the ball all over the place, including into your own receiver's hands and the hands of everybody else in the building. All right, including defensive backs, opposing coaches, popcorn guy, you name it, Jameis can hit them, I guarantee you, be it by accident or not. Now, his interceptions did come down a little bit, because evidently he got some corrective surgery or lenses or something like that. Nonetheless, he's the other quarterback along with Deshaun Watson that's there. And I said during the video when Jameis got signed, it won't shock me if Jameis ends up taking that job from Deshaun Watson. Why? I don't think Deshaun Watson's any good anymore. I may be wrong, but in 12 games, he's had a game and a quarter of competent quarterback play. Again, he missed a lot of time. Well, after Jerry Jeudy got traded to Cleveland, the Cleveland media, and I love anything where the media gets brutalized, the Cleveland media just got slapped back because they have been warding, for lack of a better way of putting it, they've been hounding the hell out of Steve Smith over Jerry Jeudy. And so Steve Smith came out and said, look, stop talking to me. I know you're looking for this great soundbite. You in the Cleveland media has got a lot of things to worry about, namely the fact that your backup quarterback, Joe Flacco, was the quarterback that took the team to the playoffs, not Deshaun Watson. So in all of this, Deshaun Watson catched a hell of a stray, and he's hurt, and he's got to get back to healthy. And Steve Smith just says, that's what you need to be talking about is the quarterback situation in Cleveland, especially now that the quarterback that took you to the playoffs is actually the backup quarterback now for the Colts. Go.
All y'all Cleveland media need to stop DMing me, stop hitting my representatives, asking what I come on the radio shows and all that stuff to talk about Jerry Jeudy. What y'all need to really start talking about is how the backup quarterback for the Cleveland Browns took him to the playoffs. Deshaun Watson is injured, getting back healthy. So stop trying to use me as your clickbait to get people to listen to your shows. I want y'all to start just doing your job. Don't call me asking me about some traction of some viral moment and then you trying to capitalize on that by utilizing me. Stop trying to use me and just do it on your own merit. Do it on your own content and your own analytics and just good football talk. Stop trying to use Steve, Agent 89. And if you listen to this and you're going to put a comment nobody cares, that's not what my DMs say. So, Cleveland market, tighten up. Talk football. Stop trying to be clickbait. This ain't the young and the restless.
All right, so he just come out and proactively said, quit fishing for another viral moment, which is what they're doing, right? Or they wouldn't be contacting him. I understand he's an NFL analyst, yada, 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 but he's already put it out there how he feels about Jerry Jeudy. I don't know exactly what more the media thinks they can get out of him. I mean, he told you, he's just another guy. He's an average wide receiver. And now he's on your team. And he's not wrong about the fact that, you should be concerned about the fact that Joe Flacco is, of course, now with the Colts. He got an $8.7 million one-year contract from the Colts. By the way, other teams did chase him. The Eagles and the Saints both tried to pick him up. I think it's kind of ironic that the Saints lost Jameis Winston and wanted to backfill him with the 2023 AP Comeback Player of the Year, which was Joe Flacco, which was the actual quarterback that took you to the playoffs, not Deshaun Watson. In other words, Steve Smith is talking about the fact that, hey, Cleveland's got another issue, and the biggest issue there is the quarterback issue. And it will be the quarterback issue all through this offseason. In the next year, I promise you, we will talk about it a lot on this channel. All right? That's just all there is to it because it's a huge storyline. Kevin Stefanski's job is on the line. Nobody's talking about that. Alex Van Pelt got fired. T.C. McCart got fired. And they were beloved by the coaching staff. And it wasn't their decision, which means it was Jimmy Haslam's decision, which means if Deshaun Watson has another bad year, another average or less year, then a very, very good head coach named Kevin Stefanski is going to get fired. That dude will get rehired at record speed by somebody. And he's a quarterback guru and a quarterback guy. But Jimmy Haslam staked everything for the franchise on $230 million, and not nearly enough people are talking about that. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. And yeah, you should be concerned that the best quarterback play you got, number one, just walked out of the building and you didn't retain him. And there's a hell of a lot of rumors out there going around that you didn't retain him because you didn't want Deshaun Watson. He didn't want to get his feelings hurt. I kid you not, because every time he threw an interception, people were going to start chanting Flacco, and they should. He was the best quarterback in the room. Now he's gone. I don't know. And again, I like Jameis Winston, and I think ultimately Jameis takes that job. I think most midline journeyman backup, you could have brought Sam Darnold in. You could have brought in Gardner Minshew, Jameis Winston, Joe Flacco. I think all four of those guys would have taken that job. Maybe not even by mid-season. No, I'm just saying. That's the problem is you've got a $230 million fully guaranteed contract that is not played well. At all. At all. Steve Smith's not wrong. Jerry Jeudy he was a story the day he got traded, and maybe he'll show up and be a great number 2 there. Amari Cooper's going to be the 1. But there is no more real story with Jerry Jeudy right now. And Steve Smith is saying, Cleveland media, you're ignoring the real story that the real issue that the Browns have. It's quarterback. It is. It's everything on all these teams for the most part. I can understand talking about Justin Jefferson or Stephon Diggs. Some of these true top, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys that may end up changing teams. In fact, I probably got a video on one of those guys coming, but in Cleveland, it's Deshaun Watson, period. Big period. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.